Manchester United squad could be split into 4 groups heading into a summer transfer window, in which Enos are determined to raise funds from outgoings. There are those players almost certain to leave a group whose departure will be strongly considered, some for whom big offers would be listened to, and then that small group that are going nowhere after missing out on Champions League football. United know they will have to sell to boost their transfer kit this summer as ever. The problem with that is the players the club are most keen to sell aren't necessarily the players. Other clubs are most keen to sign Xabi Minu and Alejandro Garnacho are in that group. That won't be sold yet. They are probably the 2 most sellable assets in the squad, given their sky-high potential. Given a fair headwind, United might be able to raise $60 million by selling Jadon Sancho and Mason Greenwood. But offloading Donny van Dijk, for example, will be a struggle. The likes of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, Christian Eriksen and Fundo Pisti could be sold, but are unlikely to fetch significant sums. Space will at least be saved on the wage bill if Rafael Vin follows Anthony Martial out of the exit door. But the difficulty in raising funds in a market that is contracting, thanks to stringent Premier League spending rules, and the financial position of some of Europe's biggest clubs, means surprise sales have to be considered. The stories this week that most of this squad are potentially up for sale will have pre-warned the market that there could be deals to be done. Scott McTominay and Harry Maguire were wanted by West Ham a year ago and could have raised $60 million. Then both have had good seasons, and if they are sold this time around, they would need replacing. The potential departures of Vin Lindelof and Johnny Evans make the center of defense a particular issue, with at least one signing required regardless of whether Maguire stays or goes. There is a group of players whose departures would be considered most surprising, which probably consists of Lisandro Martinez, Bruno Fernandes, Antony and Marcus Rashford. It's difficult to see any major European club being taken by Antony after his 2 years in England, and Rashford's future lies in his hands. He is an attractive asset, but would need to ask to leave, and even then a club would have to find a substantial fee to convince United to sell. Martinez's future is surely secure, given the revolving door at centre-back this summer, and the value he brings to the side as a left-footed defender who is so comfortable on the ball. That makes Dalot and Fernandes perhaps the most likely candidates for a shock sale. Dalot has enjoyed a solid season and has cemented his place as first choice right back. United would surely want to double the $19 million they paid for him in 2018. At 25 he is entering his prime, but any club looking for an upgrade in that position will turn their attention to Bayer Leverkusen's Jeremy Frimpong. First of all, United themselves are interested in the 23-year-old Bundesliga winner. Fernandes is the club captain, who has yet again set the standards on the pitch, but the 29-year-old is probably the most insistent performer in the squad, and his interview in his native tongue with DAZN hinted that he could consider his future. The problem with that is that United would want a huge fee to even consider selling Fernandes. Real Madrid have no need for him with Jude Bellingham in their squad. Barcelona can't afford him, and Paris Saint-Germain are changing approach to focus on youth. Even if PSG did make a move, would it be appealing to Fernandes? He only needs to GL across Manchester to see countryman Bernardo Silva, who has been open to a move away from the Etihad for 4 years, but has consistently found that no club he wants to sign for could afford him. Fernandes could face the same dilemma this summer, and the reality is the power in the transfer market is centered either in the Premier League or the Saudi Pro League. The latter might be considered an option for someone like Casemiro, but it is surely too soon for Fernandes to move to what remains a glorified retirement league. So while a surprise departure from Old Trafford. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe for the latest Man United news.